Alright! Hello, everybody! Woo! Hello, Enjoyer March. Welcome back to Chaos Child. Last time, oh boy, we had a big meeting with everyone in the investigation team, and oh my god, we got Nono on the team, finally! And everyone put their heads together and found that they couldn't really think of much new things, except for the fact that they were able to successfully connect the location of arsons potentially caused by the fire lady, who was Senri, to the time of the murders. So she's, what it looks like, she's not necessarily the one doing the deed, but providing cover for her partner, who is actually doing it. And Taku also got some much needed practice in with his powers. Hello, Seiya and Exec and Light Armora, welcome to the stream. Alright, oh, hello, Wandering, welcome to the stream. Always love to have new people. Anyway, let's get right back into it. Our first stream of 2024. Here we go, yeah, they're examining the body. The medical examiner system. This system allows for an examination, or in some cases an autopsy, to determine the cause of death in accidents, or when a person has died from disease or an unknown cause. Hello, Kegs, welcome to the stream. The work of the medical examiner is done as follows. In the event of an unusual death, the forensic officer first conducts an examination, which is followed by a death investigation from the medical examiner. I guess you could say that, Exec. It went a little bit too far. I appreciate the CG being tasteful. If the cause of death can be determined, the body is then turned over to the family. If the death investigation fails to determine the cause of death, only then does the examiner conduct an autopsy. And if it is judged that a crime was involved, a further, more expansive judicial autopsy is conducted. But such an autopsy had already been performed on Watabe Tomoaki. It was extremely unusual for a second autopsy like this one to be performed.
Doda?
Well...
Shinjo averted his eyes from the coroner's knife. He'd been to many judicial autopsies, but it was something he'd never gotten used to. He probably never would, he thought. As for the person standing next to the coroner, she was staring at the open skull without the slightest trace of disgust. As I suspected, I'm seeing signs of enlargement.
肥大化というと脳が
Enlargement of the brain?
この状況で他に何がある？解凍された頭を見て内臓の肥大がわかるとでも言うのか？
What else? Did you think I could look at his skull and tell you if his internal organs had enlarged? Shinjo's shoulders slumped a little. When he first met her, he'd been unsure of how to handle her, but now he actually felt kind of worried for her. Didn't get tiring after a while.
さっき聞いた話じゃ死因は間違いなく窒息死ということだったが
From what you said before, the cause of death was definitely suffocation.
窒息だけでこんな風にはならない。
Suffocation alone wouldn't be enough to do this to you.
ってことはこれまでの被害者と同じってわけか脳の肥大の原因については
Which means it's the same as the other victims, huh? Any ideas to the cause?
何しろ検体が少なすぎる。果たしてこの症状が一連の被害者だけに見られるのか、それともギガロマニアックスに共通するものなのか。
We just don't have enough samples. The symptom could be something unique to the victims, or something all gigalomaniacs have in common. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go that route, Void.
わからないか。
So you don't know.
知る方法ならあるにはあるがな。
There is a way to find out, though.
何？
What?
あの二人宮代拓と
Whoa!
あの頭を開いて調べればいい。
That's
そうすれ
brutal.
ばこれがギガロマニアックスに共通する症状なのかどうかわかるだろう。
Can't you like do an MRI or something? We can open up the skulls of Miyashiro Takuru and Arimura Hinai. That'll tell us whether or not it's something that all Gigalomaniacs have in common.
バカなことを言うなよ。そんなことできるわけがないだろう。
Don't be stupid. We can't do that.
冗談だ。今は CT や MRI があるんだ。
Yeah. Oh, there we
わざわざ
go.
脳をむき出しにする必要もない。
I'm joking. These days we've got CRT and MRI scans. There's no need to chop open their skulls.
Hmm.
なんだ。私が冗談を言うのがそんなに意外か。
What? Is it so surprising that I would tell a joke?
いや、
No.
Shinjo thought to himself that she probably hadn't been joking. He knew Kunosato Mio didn't like Gigalomaniacs. She hated them from the bottom of her heart. He didn't know why she despised them so much. Of course, there was probably good reason for it, but he wished she would tone it down a bit. They probably didn't become Gigalomaniacs by choice, and more than anything, he didn't want to lose their help with the case.
さて、これからどう操作していったらいいんだろうな。
So, what's the plan for the investigation now?
If there were still test subjects under the hospital, there were things that the police could do. But when he'd gone down there, there wasn't a trace of anything left. So yes, somebody is clearly still organizing all of this.
証拠ならあるだろう。
We've got evidence if we need it, though, right? Kunosato's voice was as cold as ever.
証拠？
Evidence?
何のためにあの娘を連れ出したと思ってるんだ。知ってることを全部吐かせろ。
Why do you think I brought that girl out of there? Make her tell you everything that she knows.
おいおい、相手は子供だぞ。
Come on, she's just a kid.
子供じゃない。危険なギガロマニアックスだ。
She's not just a kid. She's a dangerous gigalomaniac. Shinjo rubbed his temples, unsure of what to say. Everybody stalled with the investigation. October 15th, 2015, Thursday. Frisia Credit Bureau. Momose Katsuko sat in a reception room in a messy corner of her office and sighed as she ran her hand through her hair. Please, let me go home. Please, let me go home. No matter how many questions Momose asked of her, or how she tried to get Uki to talk, that was the only answer she would give. Sometimes she tried asking if there was anything she wanted, or if she felt like eating anything. But the answer was always the same. Please, let me go home. She hadn't made even the tiniest bit of progress since the girl had arrived. Even the endlessly patient Momose would want to sigh after all that. She still didn't know where this Yamazoe Uki girl was from, or how she'd ended up in that hospital. But from what she'd seen, there was a chance she'd endured significant abuse. And then she was suddenly rescued from it, and taken to a completely different environment. So she must have been very confused. She knew from experience that victims like that needed to be treated very carefully.
私が早く帰らないと皆さんが困ってしまうんです。
If I don't get back quickly, everyone will have trouble. She kept repeating the same lines like a broken audio player. Hello, Paolo. Welcome to the stream. Momose was starting to think it was time for a different approach. She didn't know what would happen if she told the girl this, so she kept it a secret until now.
ちゃんと話して現実を認識させてあげた方がいいかもしれない。
But maybe I need to tell her and make her face reality.
お願いです。私はあそこへ戻らないといけないんです。
Please. I need to get back there.
しょうがない。話してみようか。
Uh-oh. See what's gonna happen. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try telling her. Oh, we're in iPhone portrait view again for some reason. Once she made a decision, she didn't spend any time on second thoughts. This was both an advantage and a disadvantage.
あのね、ゆきちゃん。
Listen, Oki-chan.
はい。
Yes.
そこまで帰りたいというのなら教えてあげるわ。
If you really want to go back that badly, I can tell you something.
返してくれるんですね。ありがとうございます。
I'm not sure, Voidweller. You're letting me go back. Thank you.
聞いて。あなたがどれだけ帰りたいと望んでも、もう無理なのよ。
Listen to me. No matter how much you want to go back, it's impossible now.
無理。
Impossible? Really? There is a mobile version? I was just joking. Oh my god. Wow, Light Armor. That's incredible.
だってあなたがいたあの場所、病院の地下にあったあの場所はもうなくなってしまったんだから。
Because the place you were in? The place under the hospital? It's gone now. Huh? Momose was relieved to finally see shock on Uki's face.
よかった。この子にはちゃんと普通の感情がある。
Good, she does have normal feelings. Like Kanasato had said, they hadn't done any operations on her that would destroy her ability to experience emotions.
この前ね、あなたがここへ来てからすぐに刑事、若いくせにくたびれた刑事いたでしょ。彼が例の病院へ行ってみたんですって。
Right after you came here, that detective, you know, the young one who looks tired all the time, he said he went to that hospital. The girl simply listened to Momose speak, her eyes wide. Momose kept talking, watching her carefully.
それでね、解剖室から地下へ行ったそうよ。あなたのいた場所へね。
And then he went to the autopsy room, was it? And then to the basement where you were?
でもね、そこには何もなかったって。あなたがいた部屋の中も空っぽだったそうよ。
But he said there was nothing there. The room you were in was empty.
そんな、じゃあ皆さんは、あそこにいた皆さんは。
But then where did everyone go? What about all the people there?
いなかったそうよ。誰も。
He said there was no one there.
誰も。
No one? Uki seemed to be trying her best to understand what Momose just said. And then...
嘘。
You're lying.
嘘です。
You're lying. You're lying!
そんな嘘ついて何になるの？本当のことよ。
Why would I lie? It's the truth.
だってそれじゃ私はどうすれば。
But then what do I do?
私は
Uh-oh.
どうすれば。
What do I do? Tears started to suddenly fall from Mookie's eyes. Alright. Back at the house.
はは、どうしたタクル？神気臭い顔しやがって。
What's wrong, Takuru? You look so glum.
顔は生まれつきだよ。
I was born looking this way.
なんで、もう少し面白いこと言ったらどうなんだ？ん？
Come on, can't you say something more fun? Dad was as jovial as ever. Without his lab coat, no one would ever believe he was a doctor.
そうだ。あ？やっぱ自分の家が一番落ち着くだろう。
Well, I bet it feels good to be back home again, right?
別にそうでも。
No, not really.
ま、一人暮らしを始めたばっかじゃ、まだそうは思えっか。でもな、いずれわかる時が来るもんだ。我が家が一番ってな。
Well, you just started living on your own, so maybe you don't realize it yet. But eventually you'll come to know that home is where the heart is. Oh. In the end, I'd come back here to Arbor Dawn because Caruso had told me to do so at school.
狙われているのかもしれないんでしょ。今の場所に一人でいては危険よ。
Someone might be after you, right? It's dangerous to be by yourself. Take this.
ずっととは言わないわ。しばらくで構わない。事件が解決するまでうちで暮らしなさい。
It doesn't have to be forever. It can just be for a little while. Live at home until this is all resolved.
I wasn't her slave or anything, but just like she said, it was dangerous to be by myself right now. Especially when we didn't know who the killer was or what they were after. If someone was nearby, it'd be easier to get a hold of Shinjo-san and his allies if I needed to. And I was probably never going to be able to tell this to Kurusu, but the feelings I'd felt when I left home were starting to disappear.
Oh. Oh, that's wonderful.
After seeing Caruso get hurt and try to protect me, and even cry for my sake despite being such a strong girl, I'd started to understand some things I hadn't realized when I'd left. What the hell? Damn it! I realized what I was thinking and shook my head. No way. I wasn't like Yuto, who could never seem to get away from his sister.
おい、何赤くなってんだよ。
Hey, why are you turning red?
なんでもない。
No reason.
とにかくさっさと荷物置いてこい。お前の部屋はノノのやつがちゃんと掃除してくれてる。
Anyway, go put your stuff away. Nona's kept your room clean.
ああ。
Oh. Dad didn't get mad when I'd left or when I'd come back.
He is starting, yeah. Absolutely, exec.
Come to think of it, he'd only said one thing on the day I'd left.
You know, it's almost, I understand, like, why Nono was, like, wanting him not to get involved in the case, because it was very dangerous, but he was going to be involved one way or another, and in the end, this is the safest way things would go about, because he has powers, and the killer is hunting down people with powers, which he is inevitably on that list. And he probably wouldn't have even realized or awakened his powers if he didn't get on this case to begin with.
Come to think of it, he'd only said one thing on the day I'd left.
そうせざるを得なかったノノの気持ちがわかるようになったら戻ってこい。じゃあな。
Once you understand why Nono felt she had to do what she did, come back. See you later.
荷物置いてくる。
I'll go put my stuff away.
ねえ父さん、タクル兄が帰ってくるって。
Hey Dad, is it true that Big Bro's coming back?
As I went to my room, Yui suddenly appeared. I could see Yuto behind her.
おう、タクルならもう帰ってきてんぞ。
Yep, he's back already.
Oh,
Yui's face almost broke into a broad smile when she saw me. But she quickly forced herself to assume a strict expression.
何やってんの？
what are you doing?
Huh?
お風呂とキッチンと廊下の掃除。タクル兄が当番の時、私とユウが代わりにやってたんだから。
You have to clean the bath, the kitchen, and the hallway. You and I have been doing all your work for you while you've been away.
悪い。
Oh. Sorry. I apologize without thinking.
これからしばらく私たちの当番、タクル兄が変わってよね。いい？
It's possible, Void. See, you're going to do our jobs for a while now, okay? Got it?
おう。
Yes?
タクル兄ちゃん、別にいいよ。僕気にしてないから。
Big Bro, it's fine. It doesn't bother me.
ダメ。こういうことはきちんとしなきゃいけないんだから。親しき中にもって言うでしょ？
No, you need to be strict about this. Formality, even between friends, is a Japanese saying, right?
でもそんなこと言ったら、タクル兄ちゃんまたどこか行っちゃうよ。せっかく帰ってきたのに。
But if you tell him that, he'll go away again. And right after he just came back, too.
ダメなものはダメなの。
I said he has to, and that's that!
なあ、タクル。ユイのやつ、ノノに似てきたと思うか？
Hey, Takuru. Don't you think that Yui's starting to turn into Nono?
特に怒ってる顔が。
The next victim very well could be a stand user, exec. Yeah.
Yes, especially when she's mad.
なんか言った？
Did you say something?
いえ、なんでもないです。ごめんなさい。
No, nothing at all. Sorry, sorry.
Oh, hello, Nate. Welcome to the stream. It's possible the killer would also go after people with reading Steiner. Although we learned from Steins Gate Zero that there's like a lot of people with reading Steiner. It's not just Okabe.
Yui put her hands on her hips and puffed up her flat chest to glare at me. She did look just like Kurusu when she did that.
もう父さんが甘やかすからタクル兄は勝手なことばっかり。
Big Bro is only this selfish because you spoil him, Dad.
おっと、今度はこっちに飛び火か。
Whoops! Now she's mad at me too.
で、タクル兄、もうどこにも行ったりしないんでしょうね。
So, Big Bro, you're not going anywhere again, are you?
いや、その
Huh? No.
タクル兄がいなくなってどれだけノノ姉が悲しんでたか分かってる？
You know how sad Big Sis has been since you left, right?
ユウだってすっごく寂しがってたんだから。
And You's missed you a lot too.
そっか。
I see.
私も私は別に何でもなかったけど。
And no, it hasn't really bothered me.
And suddenly the expression on her face changed.
何でもなかったけど。
It hasn't, but
おい。
Hey!
oh,
ゆい
Huh? Yui?
oh God.
Stop that! I'm not good with this stuff. I can't handle it when people cry.
なんでもない。
It's nothing.
Yui covered her face with her hands, then ran into her room. Yuto followed quickly after her. Dad scratched his head and sighed a little as he saw them go.
ほら、さっさと荷物置いてこい、タクル。
Come on, go put your things away, Takuru.
わかった。
Okay, yes. I got away as quickly as I could.
Back to his room.
That scared me. I didn't expect Yui to start crying all of a sudden. I thought nothing would really change around here, even if I did leave. But did they really want me here that much? If they did.
でも
No, but... Huh? As I sat there lost in thought, I was suddenly startled by a knock at the door.
誰だ
Who is it?
タクル兄ちゃん。
Big Bro.
ああ、ユウトか。
Oh, hey Yuto.
そのノノ姉ちゃんが着替えたら降りてこいってご飯だって。
Seriously, Paolo. Big Sis says to come down when you've changed.
ああ、サンキュー。
Right. Thanks.
どうした？
What is it?
あのさ、 ゆいお姉ちゃんのことだけど。
About Yui.
Yuto crossed his hands over his stomach and fidgeted as he looked up at me.
お姉ちゃん、なんかいろいろ怒ってたけど、本当はずっとタクル兄ちゃんに帰ってきてほしいって言ってて、だから怒ってたのは本気じゃなくって。
She was mad about a lot of stuff, but she said she really wanted you to come home. So she wasn't really mad.
大丈夫。わかってるよ。
It's okay. I know.
本当？
Really?
ああ、だから先に降りててくれ。すぐに着替えていくから。
Yes, so head on downstairs. I'll get changed and come join you.
Okay.
Yuto looked a little relieved as he left the room.
ユウト、ちょっと背が伸びたな。
Yuto's gotten a little taller, huh? Yuto and Yui had come here at almost the exact same time that I had.
一緒に暮らし始めた頃はどうなるかと思ったけど。
I was worried about how it would go when we first started, but... The Shibuya earthquake hadn't just taken their parents from them. It had caused them severe psychological trauma. During the earthquake, Yuto had been trapped in a dark place for a long time, all by himself. As a result, he was still terrified of darkness and being alone. That was why he still clung to his sister. And Yui, after the nightmarish incident she'd gone through after the earthquake, she'd become incredibly afraid of men. She was even afraid of me at first. But over time, we started to open up to one another. When I'd left, they'd seemed to be doing a lot better. And now Yui had her act together even more. Yuto was still young, but he did seem a lot more grown up than he had before. Even if the world didn't look like it had changed, time was still passing. But what about me? Had I changed?
はい、そろそろいいわよ。
Okay, it's ready.
それじゃあいただきます。
All right, let's eat.
いただきます。
Let's eat.
おほー、すき焼きなんて久しぶりじゃねえか。
Ah, feels like it's been forever since we've had sukiyaki.
何言ってるの？先月もやったじゃない。
What are you talking about? We had it last month.
あのなあ、あれは鶏肉だっただろう。牛肉じゃないと、すき焼きとは言わねえんだ。
Listen, that was chicken. You can't call it sukiyaki unless you make it with beef.
I remember there was a movie I saw when I was little all the time called Godzilla's Revenge. And it's probably the worst Godzilla movie, but it's basically a kids movie with Godzilla in it. So kids would enjoy it immensely, and I as a kid enjoyed it a lot. And in that movie, why I'm telling you this is that there was a point where the main kid of that movie ate sukiyaki, and I always thought it looked so delicious, and I've never had it or even seen it in a menu at a Japanese restaurant. But I thought it looked very delicious.
そんな贅沢をする余裕うちにはありません。
We don't have the money to waste on that.
誰かさんが困ってる人から治療費なんか取れるかとか言っちゃうから。ま、別にいいんだけど。
It's a certain someone's fault for saying we can't take money to treat people when they're in trouble. Oh, not that it bothers me.
そういう言い方はねえだろう。もっと尊敬しろ、尊敬。
You don't have to put it like that. Show me some more respect.
はいはい
Yeah, yeah.
ほらタクルお椀貸しなさいよそってあげるから
Here, Takuru. Give me your bow. I'll give you some. Yes, we finally get to see him. It's so rare when we get to see his picture.
Kurusu reached out her hand toward me.
いいよ
Huh? I'm fine.
ダメあなた最近ちゃんと食事してなかったんでしょ遠慮なんてしないの
You are not fine. You haven't been eating right lately, have you? Just give me the bow. Oh, hello, Nagi Tuna. Welcome to the stream. I forget if I said it before, but I was reading the story, but welcome.
Kurusu grabbed the bowl from me and heaped the beaten egg high with meat and vegetables.
はいちゃんと食べるのよ
Here, make sure you eat all of it.
あ
Oh, okay.
タクルにこっちにもお肉あるから
Oh god, they're all gonna give him their food. Big bro, there's some meat here. Take it.
もういいって
I've got enough, really.
何のの姉のお肉は食べられても私のは食べられないっていうわけ
What? You'll eat Big Sis's, but not mine.
お前酔っ払いのおっさんかよ
Oh my god, he has such good sprites. It's such a shame we hardly ever see them. Fucking hell. Stupid first-person perspective.
Are you pretending to be a drunk old man or something?
おいちょっと待てお前らもう肉ないじゃねえか
Hey, wait, guys, the meat's all gone!
こういうのは早い者勝ちだっていつも父さん言ってるじゃん
It's first come, first serve. That's what you always say.
言ってるじゃん
You do always say that.
だからもうちょっと尊敬をだな
I just said you should show me some more respect!
Wah, wah.
Everyone was seated around a single pot, eating dinner. I thought that the only point of dinner was to eat until you were full, but...
タクルユウトお肉のおかわりまだ冷蔵庫にあるからねたくさん食べて
Takuru, Yuto, there's more meat in the fridge. Have some.
おいこら
Hey!
父さんは少し痩せないとダメでしょ野菜食べなさい野菜
You need to lose some weight, Dad. Eat your vegetables.
俺はお前をそんな娘に育てた覚えはないんだがな
You know, I don't remember raising you to be like that.
覚えがなくても育っちゃったんだから諦めて
Even if you don't remember it, you did. So give up.
Part of me enjoyed sitting around the table and listening to everyone talk. Oh!
What's going on? Uh-oh.
No, that wasn't true. I definitely wasn't homesick. Maybe it was just that having someone near me made me feel better.
What's going on?
Maybe it was having Kurusu offer to help me when I'd been in trouble on my own. But it definitely wasn't that I was happy to be home, or glad to have come back to where I belonged.
タクルに
They're talking. What's going on with this red border? What the fuck? Is someone like interfering?
タクルにってば
Big bro!
あ、何
Huh? What is it?
お茶いるのいらないのさっきから聞いてるのに全
What
然
was
答え
that?
てくれないんだも
What
ん
was up with that? What was that red border? Do you want some tea or not? I've been asking you and you keep ignoring me.
ああ、ごめん。
Oh, sorry.
そいつのことだ。どうせまた難しいへりくつでもこねくり回してたんだろう。
Huh. You know him. He's probably thinking about something overly complicated.
へりくつってなんだよ。僕はいつも理路整然と正しい思考を。
What do you mean overly complicated? I never overcomplicate things.
Oh my god.
I never overcomplicate things, not even once. Since when have I ever overcomplicated something? I think I need to make a large graph and flow chart showing how I have never overcomplicated a single thing in my entire life. In fact, we should hold meetings about it daily, just to make sure you get the point.
はいストップ。そんなこといいからお茶は？
Okay, stop. No one cares. Do you want some tea?
ああ、できればマウンテンビューを。
I'd rather have some mountain view.
うちには置いてません。
We don't have any here.
言うとったらどうしたの？ニコニコして。
Hmm? You two. What is it? Why are you smiling?
うん。やっぱりみんな揃ってた方が楽しいなって。のの姉ちゃんだってすっごく嬉しそうだよ。
It's just more fun having everyone here. Oh, that's you, Joe, sorry. It's just more fun having everyone here. You look really happy too, big sis.
そうそうね。そうかもね。
Do I? Yes, maybe I do.
Hmm.
What's going on? Oh. Oh shit. He's doing it involuntarily? Oh no. What the fuck? Can he sleep delude? Is it like sleepwalking but using your power? Oh boy. Oh shit. Oh no, he's just practicing.
It didn't work. I got a lot better at seeing my D-sword, but I still didn't know how to take hold of it.
Okay, so yeah. That's how they're gonna have another big moment later. He's only like half awakened. I see. He hasn't truly awakened. Okay, he's halfway.
I still didn't know how to take hold of it. I asked Arimura for help, but her answers weren't really helpful. Unlike with my psychokinesis, all I needed to do was draw my D-sword from the dark sea. I should have been able to do it without needing someone nearby. But when I was by myself, it was just an illusion. Unless I real-booted it, I wouldn't be able to use it to attack or defend.
Well, didn't you hear what she said? You need two people. Yep.
If I wanted to use it as a weapon, I needed to share the delusion with someone else, just like with my other power. At least that's what Arimura had said. But before that, I needed to be able to take hold of it.
くそ。もう一回。
Damn it. One more time.
I still think it looks so cool.
剣のイメージを固定化って。あ、くそ。
Reach out your arm. Fix the image of the sword in your mind. Damn it! Whenever I tried to get close to my D-sword, it moved away from me like a mirage. If I just flailed my arm at it, I couldn't reach it.
手がする。
My hand's starting to go numb.
タクル入るわよ。
Takuru, I'm coming in. You better not be deluding in there.
No. Wait! I need to get ready. I'm not finished.
Excuse me?
No, it's not that. I just needed to stop.
Takuru? Hello, Taku Tuesday. Welcome to the stream. Wow. So, a lot of new people today. Oh no! Oh my god, that is the joke they were going for! Oh boy.
I had my hand stretched out like a TV hero in the middle of his transformation. And Caruso was staring at me, her eyes wide.
違うんだ。ユートに新しいヒーローの変身ポーズをだな。
No, it's not what it looks like. I'm teaching Yuto a new transformation pose. Of course.
ユウトはもう卒業したわよ、そういうの。
Yuto says he's too old for that stuff now.
そうだっけ。
Huh? He does? But he's still a young child. No.
Honestly, Taku.
Caruso put a hand on her cheek and sighed.
もし自分が本物のヒーローになれると思ってるなら、やめておきなさい。
If you're planning on becoming a real hero on your own, give it up, okay?
No, no. Come on. How many people do you know have psychic powers and can summon a sword from nothing? Seriously? Come on, you know the Spider-Man quote? With great power comes great responsibility. I can't just do nothing.
そんなこと思ってないよ。僕いくつだと。
And besides, I am not. How old do you think I am?
いくつになっても子供なんだから、タクルは。
No matter how old you get, you always act like a kid.
And then she stared into my eyes. I could tell that she wasn't blaming me and that she was genuinely concerned.
タクル、ちょっとそこに座って。
Takuru, sit down over there, okay?
いや、これから風呂に入ろうかなと。
No, I'm just about to take a bath.
いいから座りましょうね。
Just sit down. All right?
Oh. Okay. I sat down on the bed, as I was told.
タクル。
Takuru?
Caruso took a step towards the bed and looked down over me. Humans are strange creatures. Whenever someone looks down on us, they seem bigger and more powerful. I quickly stood up and looked down over her instead. When I first met her, she was almost at eye level with me. But now...
これは別にやましいことをするための訓練じゃない。
I'm not training to try and do something bad.
能力のせいで狙われているのに、そうやってむやみに使おうとするのは。
Someone's after you because of your powers. If you keep trying to use them like that, it's not like he can get rid of them.
逆だよ。もっとちゃんと使えるようになれば、自分の身も守れるし、もしもの時は新聞部や青葉寮のみんなのことだって助けられる。
Hell yeah.
It's the other way around. If I can learn to master them, I can protect myself, and I can protect everyone in the newspaper club here at Alberton.
だから そういうのは警察の仕事でしょ。
But that's the police's job, right?
The police don't have psychic powers.
今回の事件、いざって時に警察に何かできるとは思えない。
I don't think the police are going to be able to save us if we need it.
けど
Still,
クルスこそよく口にするじゃないか。僕らのことを守るとかなんとか。でも、能力者が襲ってきたらどうするつもりなんだ？
wow, you go in there, Taku.
What about you, Kurusu? You always say you're going to protect us, but what are you going to do if a psychic attacks?
That's a good point.
それは
That's
ほら見ろ。やっぱり僕が能力を磨くしかないんだよ。
See? So I've got no choice but to learn how to use my powers. Kurusu stared down at her feet, silently. Then she raised her head and looked me in the eye.
ねえタクル、私はあなたのことをずっと見てきたわ。だからわかるの。あなたがこの先何を考えるか。
listen, Takuru. I've known you for a long time, so I can tell when you're going to start what you're going to start thinking.
この先？
What I'm going to start thinking?
タクルはね、必ず自分を危険にさらすようなことをする。例えば、自分の力で犯人を捕まえてやろうとか。
You're going to put yourself in danger. You'll probably try and use your power to catch the killer.
I gulped. I hadn't really thought about it yet, but knowing me, I'd probably, no, definitely think that.
なんだよ。能力者でもないくせに余地か。
What? You're not a psychic, so how do you know the future?
いつも言ってるでしょ。能力なんかなくてもね。
Yeah, she's
タ
lived
ク
with
ル
him
の
for
行
a
動
long
は簡
time.
単に読めちゃうって。
Yeah, she knows him very well. I just know you really well. Even without any psychic powers, I can tell exactly what you're going to do.
とにかくお願い。自分の身を守ることだけ考えて。ねえタクル。
Anyway, please. Just focus on protecting yourself. Okay, Takuru?
お願い。
Please. It's sad that
ああ、
he never really does what Nono asks him to do. I don't know if that's gonna become a plot point in her ending or something, but it's interesting. Like, I think every single time Nono has asked him to do something, he's not done it. It's like, or he's gone around it in some way.
Okay.
じゃあ約束の指切りね。
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Okay then, pinky swear.
え
Huh? Pinky swear? Like we're little kids? No way, that's embarrassing.
Well, no one else is here, Taku.
嘘ついたら針を1000本飲ますどころじゃ済まさないから。
If you lie, you're going to get a lot worse than having to stick a needle in your eye.
And that's really scary.
What is this, Kim Possible here? That sounded like the freaking Kim Possible ringtone.
Then the heavens intervened to save me, and phone rang out like the gala horn.
I know that is in a million different shows and games. I just want to see what they define it as. A horn. Oh, the original definition. A horn held by the god who guards the bridge of the gods in Norse mythology. Its fellow is said to herald the arrival of Ragnarok.
I hadn't gotten a new one yet, of course, so of course it was Caruso's.
Oh, that's her ringtone.
出なくていいのか
I guess she's a fan of Kim Possible.
You're not going to answer it? Don't you want to know what's the sitch?
今はあなたと話をしているところでしょ
I'm talking to you right now. You know, I kind of see what the dad's point is with No, is that she pretty much kind of skipped being a kid and went straight to being an adult. Like, she's just, it's sad. Like, I get what he's feeling. Like, she was just forced to grow up without ever really experiencing being a child or even a teenager. She's pretty much an adult, maturity-wise, right now. And she'll probably feel a bit empty about it later on in life.
でも事件に関係あることかもしれないし
But it might have something to do with the case. She must have thought I might be right, because she took out the phone and looked at the screen. And then she looked concerned.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
新庄さんだわ
It's Shinjo-san. Yup. Hello, Nate. Welcome to the stream.
Huh? I'd only said it to distract her, but evidently the call really did have something to do with the case. She quickly hit the answer button and put the phone up to her ear. I watched her nervously.
もしもしクルスですはいはいええ
Hello. This is Caruso. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
On the other side of the phone, I could hear a note of concern in Shinjo-san's voice.
And did they get something from the autopsy?
I couldn't tell for sure, but he seemed to be saying that someone had gone missing.
Was it Uki? Did Uki go missing?
いいえ来てませんだいたいこの家を知らないはずですしえタクルが
No, she hasn't. She shouldn't even know where this place is to begin with. Huh? Takuru? Who? Yeah, it might be Uki, I think.
What? What did I do? Caruso moved the phone away from her ear and turned back toward me.
山添さんって子知ってるわよね
Yeah, it is Uki. You know that Yamazoe-san girl, right?
ああ例の病院の地下室から助け出した子だよ
Huh? Yes. She was the girl we rescued from the hospital basement.
その子がね行方不明なんですって
Oh, shit. Momose! How the fuck did you lose her? God damn it. He said she's gone missing.
What? She went missing.
タクルが連れ出したりしてないかって
How would Taco have taken her? What the fuck? He wanted to know if you'd taken her.
そんなわけないだろ
Of course not.
今日はクルスたちとずっと一緒だったじゃないか
I've been with you the whole day.
そうよね
That's right. Yes.
ちょっと貸してくれ新庄さんと話したい
Give me the phone. I want to talk to Shinjo-san. I reached my hand toward the phone. Shinjo-san had given me the location of an office in a multi-purpose building in Sakura, Gaokatra. There were rows of desks there stacked high with paper that I normally would have considered a cornucopia of information.
Oh, wow. So now Takuru is here late at night.
But I didn't have time to worry about them now. I rushed up to Shinjo-san as soon as I saw him.
あの子がいなくなったって誘拐されたんですか？警察がついててどうして？
She's gone? Was she kidnapped? How could that happen with the police here?
いや、電話でも言ったけど、そうじゃなくて。
No, like I said on the phone, that's not it.
でも彼女がいなくなったのは事実ですよね。
But it's true that she is missing, right?
ちょっとタクル、やめてどうしたの？
Takuru, stop it. What's gotten into you?
ああ、悪い。
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yamazoe Uki had reminded me a little too much of Naomisawa Senri, and I had lost control of myself. Kurusu quickly moved to stop me. By the way, Kurusu had come to keep an eye on me. In her words, to make sure I didn't do anything stupid.
とにかく誘拐とかそういうんじゃないんだ。いきなり姿が見えなくなってしまって。
What the fuck? So if she's a gigglomaniac too, I bet. Maybe her power is to become invisible? Jeez.
Anyway, it wasn't a kidnapping. She just suddenly disappeared.
だからそれが誘拐されたってことじゃ。
But doesn't that mean she was kidnapped?
それはないわ。だってこの部屋には私と新庄ちゃん、それにミオちゃんの3人が一緒にいたんだもの。
It can't be. Shinjo-chan, Mio-chan, and I were all here at the time.
Momose-san, the CEO of Frisia, had been looking confused and concerned ever since I'd arrived. When I'd first met her the night we stuck into AH Tokyo General Hospital, she seemed like a loud, boisterous sort of woman. But now she seemed kind of tired.
彼女をソファーに座らせて、俺たちはこっちで話をしてたんだよ。で、ふとソファーを見たら、彼女がいなくなっていた。
What the hell? So she must be a gigglomaniac too. That's possible, Lloyd.
We sat her on the sofa while the rest of us talked over here. And we looked over at the sofa and we found that she was gone.
トイレとかじゃないんですか？
Are you sure she just didn't go to the bathroom?
Kurusu pointed at the toilets in the back. But Shinjo-san put his hand on his forehead thinking and said,
真っ先に探したよ。でもどこにもいなくてね。それどころか、窓やドアすら開けた形跡がない。
That was the first place we looked. But she's nowhere to be found. In fact, there's no sign that she even opened the doors or windows.
考えられることは一つだ。彼女はギガロマニアックスだからな。能力を使って
Yep,
自
yep.
分で出て行ったんだろう。
There's only one possibility. She's a gigglomaniac, so she used her power to escape.
能力？
Her power? Come to think of it, I still hadn't asked. What power did Yamazoe Uki have?
テレポーテーションとかそういう？
Teleportation or something like that? Kunasato-san whispered in answer, her voice full of hate, without even bothering to look back at me.
よくわからない。
Oh, well, that's true. I forgot that she was actually a subject of the experiments, because I thought she was like everybody's caretaker. I don't know.
わからないって。
You don't know?
ああ、彼女、俺たちの質問にほとんど応じる様子がなくてね。能力に関しては 久野里さんが探ろうとしたんだが無駄だった。
Yeah, she barely answered any of our questions. Kunosato-san tried to ask her about her power, but didn't get anywhere.
そもそも瞬間移動だとすれば、とうの昔にここを抜け出していたはずだ。
So it's probably invisibility, I bet.
あいつはそうしなかった。
If it was teleportation, she would have left a long time ago. But she didn't.
ただ、ウキ君は少し特殊なようだ。今回はそれにやられたらしい。
Yuki-kun is a little special, and that's what got us.
特殊
Special?
私ね、少し前から考えていたのよ。ウキちゃんを一度どこかの児童養護施設に預けた方がいいかもしれないって。
I've been thinking that maybe we should turn her over to an orphanage.
それでさっき新庄ちゃんとミオちゃんに提案したら、
Oh.
心よく OK をもらって。
I wonder if she could live in Alpha Dorm. I was just talking with Shinjo-chan and Mio-chan about that, and they both gladly agreed.
俺は OK なんか出してませんよ。
I didn't agree.
私もです。
Neither did I. What do you...
ちょっと黙っててちょうだい。こんがらがっちゃうから。
Be quiet. You're making things more complicated than they need to be.
Momose-san motioned for them to be quiet.
とにかく OK をもらったの。それで私はウキちゃんを連れて駐車場に降りて車に乗せようとしたわけ。知り合いの施設に相談してみようって。
So, anyway, they agreed. And I took Uki-chan down to the parking lot and tried to get her in the car. I know someone who runs a facility like that and they want to visit them.
じゃあ彼女を連れ出したのは百瀬さんじゃないですか。
Then you were the one that took her away. So why was everyone so upset that she disappeared? Momose-san had taken her outside, there was no mystery there. As Kurusu and I stood there with our mouths hanging open, Shinjo-san interrupted.
という夢を見たんだそうだ。
Ah, dang. She got delusion drivered. Oh, man.
At least that's how it went in her dream.
It's a good thing she's not an evil person and like made her cut off her own arm or some shit. My god.
夢
Huh? Her dream?
違うわ。あれは絶対にあったことよ。だってウキちゃんの手の感触とか車のエンジンをかけた感覚とか全部リアルに残ってるもの。
No, it really happened. I can remember the sensation of her hand and the rumble in the car when the engine started. It was all real.
けどウキ君を自動車に乗せようとした途端我に返ったんですよね。そしたら百瀬さんは事務所の中にいて俺たちと話をしている最中だった。
But the moment you tried to get Uki-kun in the car, you came back to reality, alright? And then you're in your office talking with us.
ええ、そうなの。
Yes, that's right.
俺たちは児童養護施設の話なんて提案されてないし、ウキ君と百瀬さんがここから出ていくのも見ていません。
You think she
百瀬
would...
さんとはここでずっと話をしていただけです。間違いありません。
You think she of all people would know about this?
We never spoke about any kind of orphanage, and we never saw you leave. You were here talking the whole time, I'm sure of it.
Well, at least we know where she's going.
なのにウキ君は部屋からいきなり消えた。
But Uki-kun disappeared from the room suddenly.
どういうことですか？よくわかりません。
That is true. Like, how did she disappear with like from their view too? What do you mean? I don't understand.
多分それが山添由紀の能力なんだろう。彼女を捕獲したら改めて調べてみよう。
I think that's her power. Once we capture her, I'll look into it again.
Shh. Kunosato's sound's use of the word capture pissed me off. I could tell that, like Arimura said, she didn't even think of us as humans. But she didn't have to talk that way about a little girl, did she? Even if she didn't like psychics, did she have to go that far? I glared at her, but Kunosato-san didn't seem bothered in the slightest.
ウキ君の行き先ですけど、宮代君たちが知らないとなると、あとはあそこしか考えられないですね。
As for where she went, if you two don't know, then there's only one possibility.
Yeah, you guys should have just went there right away.
私も今そう思ってたところ。
I was just thinking the same thing. We know where she is. Hopefully she's not dead.
もしそうだとすれば少しばかり骨が折れるな。
Which means that life's about to get a little tough.
どこなんですかそれ。
What do you mean? Shinjo-san answered me with a bitter sigh.
君もよく知ってるところだよ。あの子の元の家だ。
A place you know well. You're all her old home.
Well, I mean, that should be obvious.
え？まさかそんな。
What? You can't mean?
うん。ふきちゃんならね、あそこへ返してくれの一点張りだったのよ。
Nah. Oki-chan kept insisting she had to go home, you know.
あんな地獄みたいな場所に一体なんで？
Stockholm.
But that place was hell. Why would she?
さてな、とにかく厄介なことになる前に取り戻さないとな。
I wouldn't know. Anyway, we need to get her back before things turn into even more of a mess.
Takuru. ねえ、Takuru.
Takuru? Hey, Takuru? Everyone's going without No-No and without Ito.
見つかったらどうするんだよ。
Shh. What if they catch us? An hour had passed since we'd first spoken to Momose-san at Frisia. Kurusu and I were hiding behind some plants near AH Tokyo General Hospital.
新庄さんたちに任せないとダメよ。私たちみたいな素人が出しゃばったりしたら。
You have to let them handle this. If we amateurs screw this up.
それじゃダメなんだ。山添ウキって子は僕が見つけて青バリオへ連れて帰る。
That's not happening. I'm finding Yamazo Uki and taking her back to Albadorm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so good. So she is gonna live at Alvendorm. Oh, that's cool.
どうして？
Hopefully she won't fuck things up over there. Hopefully she'll be nice over there. What? Why?
彼女、今の久野里さんには渡せない。
Ah! See, look! He really is such a sweetheart. Look at him. He is a sweetie, weedy pie. Seriously. Oh, Taku.
I'm not letting Kurosato-san have her. I was gritting my teeth hard in anger.
Takuru?
Afterwards, Shinjo-san, Momose-san, and Kurosato-san had started to come up with a plan to get inside of the basement of the hospital. Of course, they weren't going to let us come along. We were told to go home, and at first that was my plan. But that's not how Takuru Miyashiro rolls. But then things changed. Kunosato-san said that she wasn't going to send Yamazo Uki to an orphanage, but to a research center she was affiliated with.
Oh.
She'd said that they were going to research her power there.
Oh no. Oh god, we know how that goes.
However, Kunosato-san treated not only Arimura and I, but also little Uki, as nothing more than guinea pigs. And I'd heard her use the word capture many times.
あの子は苦しい実験から解放されてやっと地下から出られたっていうのに
She's finally free from those terrible experiments, and out of that awful basement.
Oh, he's just such a sweetheart.
Was Kunosato-san just going to send her right back to the same old life she'd experienced before? Just imagining it terrified me, and it made me come to a decision. I'll save her.
もしここであの子を見放したらまた同じことの繰り返しだまたこの場所で誰かを見捨てることになってしまう
Oh wow, Taku. Oh. Oh, he's so sweet.
If I abandoned her here, I'd be doing the exact same thing I did before. I'll be abandoning someone again in the exact same place.
And No knows what he's talking
昔
about.
僕はクルスの親友だった南沢千里を見捨てて逃げたそれを今でも後悔してる
A long time ago, I abandoned your friend Minamisawa Senri here, and I ran away. I still regret that to this day.
Uh,
あの山添って子も実験の犠牲者だだから今度こそ僕は助けたい
That Yamazoe girl is another victim of those experiments. This time I will save her.
南沢千里が許してくれるとは思わないけどでも助けたいんだ
Oh my god! If only he had gotten the chance to talk to Senri! Oh my god! I think Taku might be able to talk her down from being all crazy. And maybe add her to his harem. I doubt it, but you'll see.
I don't think that'll be enough to get Minamisawa Senri to forgive me. But I want to do it anyway.
Ooh, Taku. Wow.
Karusu's voice sounded choked up. She must have been remembering what happened to her best friend.
タクルあのね
Takuru, listen to me.
Huh?
本当は
Is she gonna say something about Senri?
千里は
Senri actually what? What? Oh god, there's some kind of big reveal about her? Senri actually.
彼女のこと何か
Oh
知って
god,
る
they're
の
gonna be interrupted. Oh fuck.
You know something about her?
Oh, had Nono been hiding that she thought the fire girl was Senri. Is she gonna say that, or is it gonna be something else?
おいクルス
Tell me, Kurusu!
Please don't get interrupted. God, no! Oh God.
千里はね渋谷地震で死んだ
Oh, she thought she.
あなた
Okay,
のせい
okay,
じゃないわ
okay. Okay.
絶対に違う
Oh God, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Okay. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what happened. I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time thinking straight. Senri died in the earthquake. It's not your fault, I swear it.
クルス
Kurusu.
だからタクルが責任を感じ続ける必要なんてないの忘れていいのよ
She doesn't know. So you don't need to blame yourself. You can just forget about that. Okay?
Caruso looked down at her feet. When she did, her hair covered her eyes, and I couldn't tell what she was thinking.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Was Caruso about to say something, then stopped herself?
She knows something else about Senri that she's not saying. God damn it!
Just as I was about to ask, I heard soft footsteps. They're here? Momose-san's van was in the same alley where she picked us up before. They've been watching the hospital for a while now. I saw two shadows that probably belonged to Shinjo-san and Kunosato-san leave the van and run onto the grounds.
クリス、向こうが動いた。大丈夫か？行けるか？
Caruso, they're on the move. Can you do this?
Huh? Yes.
I tapped her on the shoulder and she looked up. And I was reminded of why they called her the Empress of Hekiyo Academy.
Hello, Liz. Welcome to the stream.
There was no trace of the sadness that had been there a moment ago.
ごめんね。ちょっと千里を思い出しちゃって。でももう平気よ。
Sorry. I was just remembering Senri. But I'm okay now. I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't imagine what she's gonna say when she sees Senri again.
本当はここで待っててもらいたいんだけど。
Is it gonna be like a big heartfelt thing where we talk Senri down and eventually get her to join our side at the very end? I wonder.
Honestly, I'd rather you wait here.
And maybe somebody, like, is using her appetite for revenge and, like, manipulating her appetite for revenge to, you know, do whatever they want, like, for this whole repeating the new gen killings. And, like, she's still a victim of just being on that side, and, like, she's gonna help us in the final battle, but she'll stay like a minion until near the end. That's just a theory. A chaos theory.
Honestly, I'd rather you wait here. But I couldn't real boot on my own. I needed a partner, no matter what.
何言ってるの？あなたのことを心配しながら待ってるなんて、こっちからお断りよ。
What are you talking about? I'm not going to sit out here alone and be worried about you.
だと思った。
I thought you'd say that. We followed Shinjo-san and Kunosato-san from a distance.
Oh, I hope not, Void Dweller. It's way too soon.
A moment later, they had pressed themselves up against the wall near the rear emergency entrance. Even from a distance, I could tell it was more heavily secured than before. The lock seemed to be a newer and sturdier model.
Well, luckily Taku can open locks.
But Shinjo-san must have already had the key because he took something out of his pocket and started to put in the lock.
あそこから入るつもりだな。
They're planning on getting in from there, huh? All right then. I quickly created an image in my mind. Let's go. I looked at the key-like object he was holding and envisioned it flying away.
やっぱりもっと訓練しとくんだった。
Damn it. I should have trained more. Where is that bloody hyperbolic time chamber? The more I started to panic, the more I lost focus. I couldn't make the delusion clear in my mind. Come on, Taku. You are not a delusion passenger. You are a delusion driver. Let's go. Damn it. Calm down. You're fine. Calm down. There we go. Okay. Got it. I could see my D sword floating in front of me.
クルス、ちょっと脳を使わせてもらうな。
Kurusu, I'm going to use your brain for a little bit.
どうぞっていうのもなんか変だけど。
Go ahead. Though, I guess that's a weird thing to say.
I imagined the delusion I'd come up with going inside Kurusu, Shinjo-san and Kunosato-san's minds. Kurusu gasped a little. She must have felt something. The delusion was shared between us. Instantly, the real boot was complete. Ha ha!
Clang.
The metallic object in Shinjo-san's hand rolled away and hit the ground with a clang. Then I heard the two of them gasp. The key rolled along the ground in a very unnatural way till it rolled down a metal sewer grate.
Whoopsie doodle.
Just like I'd imagined. All according to Delukaku. Yes!
バカ、隠れてたくる。
Don't be stupid. Hi, Takuru.
Sorry. I usually go on these adventures with Serika and she's much smaller than you. Just as I was about to make a victory pose, Kurusu grabbed my hand and pulled me back. Then she dragged me down onto the ground. Sorry.
調子に乗らないの。これだから私がついてないとダメなのよ。
Don't get cocky. This is why you need me with you.
Her hand was shaking a little. She was probably still scared of my power, no matter how many times she saw it. She was probably still scared. Oh,
It didn't go forward.
that was how most people would react. I hesitated for a moment, then gripped her hand in return. Then I let go and looked over at Shinjo-san and Kunosato-san. The two of them whispered to each other, and then silently headed back toward the van.
今だ。
Now!
Yes.
We crouched low as we headed for the emergency entrance. When we reached the door, I turned around toward Kurusu. She caught up a moment later, but her breathing was a little heavy.
すまない。ちょっと早かった。
Sorry, I went a little fast.
こっちこそごめん。もっと運動が得意ならよかったんだけど。鍵開けられるの？
No, I'm sorry. I wish I was more athletic. Can you open the door?
多分。クルス、もう一回。いや、何回かやるよ。悪いけど。
Look at this. Taku asking for consent for using for delusions. He's so sweet. So sweet.
I think so. Kurusu, I'm going to do it once more. No, probably a few times. Sorry.
構わないわ。そのために来てるんだから。
Don't worry about it. That's why I'm here. Exactly, it's clearly, you could clearly take it out of context.
I stared at the door. The lock was stronger than before, probably because of the time we'd broken in. But I don't think it's delusion-proof. I imagine the lock flipping and the door opening. There was a heavy click and the door opened like I'd imagined.
Yep, you can do it just like that. No problem, Bob. Jeez.
Thanks to my power, we were able to make it inside with no trouble. I remember the route to the room where we'd found Yamazoe Uki, so we headed there. But as we walked through the darkness, I saw that Caruso was acting a little strange.
She's scared of this place. Has Caruso been here before? Jeez. What is going on with her? Why is she all spooked up?
大丈夫か
It probably has to do with Senri somehow.
Are you okay?
実はちょっと閉所恐怖症がね。
Oh,
でも平気。気にしないで。
yes. I'm just a little claustrophobic, actually. But I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
平気ってすごい汗だぞ。
Fine. You're sweating really badly. And then I realized something.
まさか傷が痛むのか
Oh, that's right. She was shot a couple of weeks ago. Or stabbed, not shot, but...
Is her injury bothering her? She seemed like she was okay, but it had been a really bad injury. Couldn't have fully healed up by now.
おいクルス
Oh, they went downstairs already.
Hey, Caruso.
平気だから。ほら、急ぎましょう。
I'm fine. Let's hurry, okay?
Yes. She pushed me onward before I could stop.
もうちょっとだ。あと少しで例の部屋だから我慢してくれ。
We're almost there. It's not that much farther to the room, so hang in there.
ええ。
Yes.
That's right. It was right around this corner.
Uh-oh. 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 I hope you've seen enough horror movies to know what to do in this situation. Miyashiro and others. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Suddenly we heard a voice sobbing in the darkness. Caruso and I almost leapt into each other's arms.
Ah!
It was the voice of a little girl.
タクル、この声。
Takuru, is this...
Was it a ghost? No, that was dumb. Which meant that it had to be. Caruso and I nodded and stepped toward the direction of the room.
Oh, it is her. Alright, so she found out the truth. Wow, mission accomplished. You guys got to her without any real trouble. Now, getting her out is probably the difficult part.
Just like Shinjo-san had said, the room was completely empty. The beds and the patients that had been confined there were all gone. It was just an empty room now. And standing in the middle of the empty room was a sobbing Yamazoe Uki. How long had she been there? She was crying like a child who'd lost their mother.
Well, I'd love for you to join everyone at Albadorm. Nobody's here. Oh God.
誰か返事
Someone answer me. Oh, you poor baby.
Caruso couldn't bear to watch. She ran over and gave the girl a big hug.
Caruso is already like a mom, so you're in good hands.
Caruso started crying not long after, too.
今までよく頑張ったね。でももういいの。だからお家へ帰ろう。
You really hung in there, didn't you? But it's okay now. So let's go home now. Okay?
But Yamazoe must not have heard her, because she just stood there, crying silently for a long, long time. The whole time there was nothing I could do but watch.
Hey, they got out!
大丈夫？変わりましょうか、タクル。
Are you okay? Do you want me to take over for you, Takuru?
いいよ。もう目の前だから。
I'm fine. We're almost there. When we finally made it back to Albadorm, I took Yamazoe Uki off my back and put her on the sofa.
It's incredible that she managed to find her way back all on her own.
And then I lied down flat on the floor with my arms and legs stretched out. I hate to say it, but this is pathetic. She wasn't even that heavy. I was just out of shape.
Oh, poor Taku. I told you I could take over.
運動音痴に任せたら落っことすかもしれないだろう。
If I had let you do it, you're so clumsy. You might have dropped her.
失礼ね。そこまで言われるほどひどくないわ。
How rude.
タクルよりマシだと思うんですけど。
I'm not that bad. And I think I'm in better shape than you are, Takuru.
Caruso's eyes were red-rimmed. Her face was red from where she tried to rub away the tears. She must have been embarrassed by it because she turned away from me and said something mean.
はいはい、わかったよ。その子のことは父さんに。
Yes, yes, whatever. Anyway, we've got to tell Dad about her.
そうね。
Oh, yes, you're right.
After Caruso left to get him, I lifted my tired body off the floor and onto the sofa.
It has been a long night, for him.
As I'd expected, Yamazoe hated the idea of leaving the basement. But after Karusu's fervent attempts at persuasion, and my own insistence that nobody was coming back to the basement, she'd finally clung to Karusu and started to break down. And as I carried her on my back, she'd gotten tired and fallen asleep. Where is her family? A real home? What about a school? I hadn't had a chance to look the first time we'd gone into the basement, and that data was probably long gone by now.
父さん、今上がってくるって。
Dad says he's coming up.
Okay. Karusu sat next to Yamazoe on the sofa and softly stroked her hair.
この子、捜索願いとか出てないのかしら。
I wonder if there's a missing person report for...
新庄さんの話だと今のところ該当するデータはないって。
Shinjo-san said he couldn't find any data on her.
そう。
I see.
やっぱり渋谷地震のせいかもしれないな。
It might be because of the Shibuya earthquake. After the earthquake, more data on missing persons and casualties had gone missing than you could imagine.
Whoa, what's this? Oh, I bet this is this is a robotics note spoiler thing, I bet.
And to top that off, this year had seen the largest solar storm in history affect all kinds of electronic devices.
I bet that's a robotics notes thing.
Shibuya hadn't been hit that hard, but a lot of data in other regions had been lost.
分かってるのは名前だけか。せめて手がかりでも持っていればいいんだけど。
All we know is a name, huh? If only we at least had some kind of clue.
ののね、タクル兄
Yeah, do the little kids know her? Big sis? Big bro?
何かあったの？
Is something wrong?
The door opened. Yui and Yuto peeked inside. The two of them froze next to the door.
まだ寝てなかったの、二人とも。
You two are still awake.
寝ようと思ってたら、のの姉たちの声が聞こえたから。
We were trying to sleep when we heard you talking.
大丈夫？また喧嘩とかしてない？
Is everything okay? You're not fighting again, are you?
Karusu and I looked at each other without thinking.
大丈夫よ。私たち喧嘩なんてしてないから。
We're fine. We're not fighting.
本当？だったらいいんだけど。
Really? I hope so, but...
Suddenly Yui stopped. She saw the girl sleeping on the sofa, and her eyes went wide. I thought that she was just surprised to see a strange girl sleeping on the sofa, but...
ウキちゃん？
They know her! I knew it! Oh my god. Uki-chan? How the fuck did they know her?
She said something we'd never expected.
Huh?
どうしてウキちゃんがここに？
What is Uki-chan doing here?
ゆい知ってるのこの子のこと？
Yui, you know her?
うん多分。あでも待ってそんなはず。
Yeah, I think so. But wait, that doesn't make sense. When did you last see her?
Yui walked over to the sofa and sat down next to Kurusu. And then she stared at Yamazoe Uki.
ごめん私の勘違いかも。
Sorry, I think I was wrong.
いや勘違いじゃない。
No, you're right.
確かにこの子はウキって名前で。
This girl's name is Uki.
だっておかしいよ。昔のままの姿なんてそんなの絶対に変。
What do you mean by used to? You guys are pretty young yourselves. What does that mean, though? Has she, like, stopped aging? That doesn't make any sense. How could she look exactly the same as she used to?
昔のままって？
As she used to.
ウキちゃん私のクラスメートだったんだよ。小学校2年の時の。
And what grade are they in now? Uki-chan was in my class since when I was in 2nd grade. Well, they can't be like, what? They're like in 5th grade aren't they? Like, they don't look anywhere near Taku's age.
And the next morning,
もう一度整理するぞ。名前は山添ウキ。年齢はユイと一緒だから13もしくは14歳。
Oh, okay, so they're older than I thought.
we'll go over this once more, okay? Her name is Yamazoe Uki. She's the same age as you, Yui, so either 13 or 14.
I mean, she looks the same age as Yui, I think.
うん。
Right.
Dad was filling out what looked like a medical chart on his computer.
小学校2年の時にユイと同じクラスだった。だが渋谷地震の少し前から学校に来なくなり、その後どうなったかはユイも知らない。
Oh. So her parents might have died in the earthquake.
She was in Yui's class in 2nd grade. Shortly before the earthquake, she stopped coming to school, and you don't know what happened to her after that.
そう。
Yeah.
で、彼女はその頃、つまり6年前と見た目が全く変わってないとユイは言うんだな。
And you're saying that her appearance hasn't changed at all since 6 years ago.
うん。絶対に変わっ
So
てないと
that's
思
the
う。
effect of the experiment on her. Oh my god. Yes, I don't think she's changed at all.
Ah.
一応証拠も見つけてきたんだ。
I found proof too.
Yui showed us the photo. Oh. There's a class photo from her school. I could see a young Yui in a row of children. And in the front row next to the teacher, I saw Yamazoe.
これ
Look!
どう思うよ、タクル。
What do you think, Takuru?
他人の空にっていう感じじゃないの？
It can't just be someone who looks like her.
ウキちゃん本人だよね。やっぱり。
That has to be Uki-chan.
となると成長ホルモンの異常かな。
Which means some kind of problem with her growth hormones, perhaps?
みんな、ウキちゃんが起きたわよ。
Everyone, Uki-chan's awake. Really? I hope she remembers
連れ
her.
てきてくれ。
Okay, bring her in.
ちょっと父さん
Wait, Dad?
ん
Huh?
おうじゃないわ。ウキちゃんの前でそんな声出しちゃダメよ。もっと優しく。
No shouting in front of Uki-chan. You have to be more gentle.
これで普通の声なんだがな。
This is my normal voice, though.
いいから優しくする。
Just be gentle.
はい。
Okay. Dad glared at her and started mumbling about how he hadn't raised her to be like this again.
ウキちゃん、さ、入って。
Uki-chan, you can come in now.
After a long pause, a small girl entered the room, shaking a little. Kurusu took her hand and walked her over to a chair, then sat her down.
ウキちゃん、おはよ
Uki-chan, good morning.
She flinched when she heard Yui's cheerful voice.
う。
Uh,
わからないよね。6年前の私しか知らないもんね。
oh, you don't recognize me, do you? You only remember what it looked like 6 years ago.
Yui took out the class photo and pointed to herself.
ほら、これ私だよ。
See? This is me.
立花ゆい、覚えてる？
My name is Tachibana Yui. Do you remember me?
立花ゆいさん。
Tachibana Yui-san. Oh,
Yamazoe Uki looked at the girl in the photo and then at Yui. Then she gave a little start of surprise.
思い出してくれた？
you remember?
はい。お久しぶりです。
Oh, yes. It's been an awfully long time.
もう同級生なんだから敬語とかやめてよ。
Come on, we're all classmates. You don't have to be so polite.
でも
But
Dad typed something else into his computer as he watched them.
決まりだな。
That settles it then.
そうだね。
Yes. There was no doubt about it now. Yamazoe Uki was definitely Yui's old classmate. That would go a long way toward tracking down her family.
けどすごいよ。まさか本当にゆきちゃんだったなんて。
anyway, this is amazing. I still can't believe it's really you.
We were surprised, but Yuki seemed to be the most surprised of all. Her missing classmate had suddenly shown up at her home, and her brother and sister had brought her there. And she looked exactly the same as she had 6 years ago.
ウキちゃん、ちょっと話いいかい？
Yuki-chan, can I ask you some other things?
Oh, yes, sir.
She must have seen Dad's white coat and gotten nervous, because she suddenly sat up straight.
何か遺伝的な病気とか言われたことは？成長が止まってしまうとか。
Have you ever been told you had a hereditary illness? Something that caused you to stop growing?
くわかりません。すみません。
I don't know. I'm sorry.
じゃあ君の背が伸びなくなったのはいつか覚えているかな。ユイと同じクラスだった頃はどうだい？
And do you remember when you stopped getting taller? Was when you were in Yui's class.
すみません。それもわかりません。でも私自信があってからなんか変になって。
I'm sorry. I don't know that either. But I started feeling weird after the earthquake.
そうか。あの地震の後だね。
I see. So it was after the earthquake.
はい。
Yes.
ああ、やっぱり PTSD で成長ホルモンが、いや、あるいはターナー症候群みたいな染色体異常って可能性もあるが。
I see. Could be PTSD-induced damage to the growth hormones, or maybe some kind of chromosexual abnormality, akin to Turner syndrome.
Yeah.
こればっかりは、しかるべきところでちゃんと検査をしなきゃわからんな。
I need to have a real specialist take a look at you to be sure, though.
Dad made some adjustments to a chart as he whispered to himself. The look on his face was far more serious than he usually lets us see. Yuta poked his head through the door. He must have been standing in the alleyway for the whole time looking in on us.
ユウト、そろそろ行かないと学校遅刻するわよ。
Yuto? If you don't get going, you'll be late for school.
そうだよ、ユウ。
That's right, you.
大丈夫、すぐ行くよ。
I'm fine. I'll go in a second. He seemed a little scared by his sister's scolding. But he summoned up his courage and came inside, and stuck his hand out toward Uki.
これ、あげる。
Here, take this. In his hands was a tiny chocolate bar. It was the kind of chocolate you could buy in huge packs for cheap at the supermarket.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Oh, yes. Thank you.
こら、ユウ、ウキちゃんは年上なんだよ。そういう言い方はダメでしょ。
Hey, you. Uki-chan is older than you. Don't talk to her that way.
年上？
Older than me? Really? Yuto looked very confused and a little unsatisfied. What's wrong, Uki-chan?
はい、なんだか不思議な気分です。こういうことに慣れていないので。
Oh, it just feels a little strange. I'm not used to this.
こういうことって？
This?
こうして家族が集まってみんなでお話ししたりです。
Well, seeing a family get together and talk like this.
君の家族はどうしたんだ？
What about your family? Shinjo-san had said that she wouldn't tell him anything, but maybe in this environment she'd be more willing to talk.
私が小さい時に
私を先生たちのところに置いて行ってしまいました。
When I was little, they left me with the doctors and went away. Uh-oh.
My eyes narrowed when I heard her say the doctors. She was probably thinking about the scientists in the underground facility. And then she'd become a victim of their human experiments, just like Minawasawa Senri. Why had her parents done something so horrible to her?
君はそれからずっとあの地下施設に。
You stayed in that basement the whole time?
はい。
Yes.
どうして
Really?
その逃げなかったんだ。
Why didn't you, well, run away?
お母さんにどこにも行くなと言われたので。
Mother told me not to go anywhere.
そんなのひどい。
That's horrible. Maggie put her hand up to her mouth. I could feel the rage boiling over within me.
この子は僕と同じだ。
She's just like me. Her parents had ignored her ever since she was a small child, and eventually they just disappeared. But despite that, she wasn't able to get away from them.
君はあそこで実験の被害者。いや、みんなの世話をしていたけど、それはなぜ？
You were taking care of the victims. I mean the people there, right? Why?
地震のせいです。
Because of the earthquake.
There was a sadness in her eyes that she remembered the people that had vanished.
地震で先生たちは病院からいなくなってしまいました。
After
皆
the
さんのお世話をしていた看護の人たちもです。
after the earthquake, the doctors went away. So did the nurses who cared for everyone.
だから代わりに私がお世話をするようにと病院から言われて。
So the hospital told me to take care of them instead.
学校はどうしたんだい？君が今着ているのは碧峰学園の制服だろ？年齢から考えて中等部に在籍してると思うんだが。
What about school? You've been wearing the uniform for Hekio Academy, right? At your age, you should be in middle school.
碧峰学園。
Hekiho Academy?
私たちが通ってる学校よ。ウキちゃんはうちの生徒なのよね。
School. You're a student there, right?
But Yamazoe shook her head.
これお友達が着てたものです。
These belong to a friend.
友達？
A friend?
What is she
はじ
giving
め
him?
地下で皆さんのお世話をしていたのは私だけじゃなくて、もう一人
Oh.
同じ年くらいのお友達がいました。
Was it Senri? I wonder if it was Senri. Is this friend? At first, it wasn't just me who was taking care of the people in the basement. I had a friend who was my age.
時々この服を着ていて、私可愛いねってずっと言ってたんです。
sometimes she wore these, and I always told her that they were cute.
ああ、もしかしてその子、君と違って外から通ってきてた？
I see. Did that girl come from the outside then?
はい
Yes.
なるほど。壁法の生徒だったのはそっちの子か。
I see. So she was the student at Hekio.
彼女最初は私と一緒にお仕事をしてたんですけど、だんだん具合が悪そうになってお休みも多くなってきて、そしたらある日これをプレゼントしてくれたんです。
At first, she worked alongside me, but she started to get sicker and sicker, and didn't come as often. Then one day she gave me these as a present. Oh yeah, that's right. Even with the age thing, she's a bit too young to have for Senri to be the other one.
自分にはもう必要ないから代わりに大切に着てねって。
She said she didn't need him anymore, and that I should take good care of him.
Yamazoe looked down at her shoes.
だからこのお洋服は私の大事な宝物です。いつもきれいにして着ています。
Oh, I see. So these clothes are very important to me. I always keep them clean and wear them all the time.
When I saw her expression, I understood. Her friend probably knew that she was dying. She'd been a victim of the same horrible experiments as Minawi-sawa and Yamazoe, and had gotten sick as a result.
それじゃあ、君が老人を連れて外を。
Then you took those old people out.
タクル
Takuru?
Furusu interrupted me gently.
一度にいろいろ聞くのはやめましょう。
Let's not ask too many questions at once, okay?
あ、
ウキちゃん辛いこともいっぱいあると思うし、また夜にでもね。
Uki-chan, I know this has to be painful for you, so let's talk about it a bit more tonight, okay? Instead.
そうだよな。
You're right.
それに朝ごはんだってまだだものね。お腹空いたでしょ？
And we haven't even eaten breakfast yet. You must be hungry, right?
いえ、私はそんな。
No, I'm not. Da-da.
There was a cute little rumble from her tummy. She gasped a little embarrassment and turned red.
父さんもそれでいいかしら。
Dad, that's okay with you, right?
ああ。なあ、ウキちゃん。このお姉ちゃんはちょっと辛いが、飯だけはうまい。上で食べてくるといい。
Yeah. Hey, Uki-chan. This girl may look scary, but her cooking's top notch. Go upstairs and eat.
父さん
Dad!
Furusu pursed her lips as she took Yamazoe's hand and stood up.
これチョコレートもう一個あげる。
Oh, here. You can have another piece of chocolate.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
As she left, Yuta quickly gave her another piece of chocolate. At lunchtime.
Okay, here we go. I think this is a good place to stop for today. Well, we did it, you guys. We rescued Uki, and now she's living at Alvatorum. Well, that was a lovely and thankfully peaceful turn of events. They went to the hospital and got her without incident. Kurusu clearly knows something about Senri. She absolutely has to. That she's not telling. It's either what we know or something else, which is more likely it's something else entirely. But I cannot wait to play this game again, you guys. Seriously, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. We will continue this on Friday, and Trails will be more of that on Thursday. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts.